Hey everyone, welcome in to another daily editorial here on the KE Report. I'm getting an update from Novo Resources, traded on the TSX under the symbol NVO, on the OTCQX under the symbol NSRPF, as well as the Australian Exchange under the symbol NVO. I am chatting with Mike Spreadborough, Executive Co-Chairman of Novo Resources, and we are following up on the most recent news release released December 18th, talking about a strategic joint venture with global lithium producer SQM. SQM has agreed to pay $10 million Australian to Novo for a 75% interest in 5 of Novo's lithium nickel tenements in the West Pilbara. Now, there can be some other assets added to this joint venture. Mike, let's just start off with bringing in a global miner like SQM, a well-known name in the lithium area. How did you manage to attract SQM to initially these 5 tenements in West Pilbara, please?
Yeah, good to catch up, Corey. So, as many people know, we started a divestment process for our West Pilbara tenements, and really out of that process, we were really excited with SQM's interest, and that's kind of resulted in the deal. In Australia, SQM have been doing deals across the country. They're, a 20% shareholder of Azura Minerals, which is very, very close, their tenements to our tenements of this deal. They've also got a 50% interest in a project called Mount Holland. So they've been looking for lithium opportunities. They're obviously a big Chilean lithium company. So very, very exciting for us, and we were very pleased to have their expertise come on board.
Now, one other aspect that I want you to outline for us is, look, you get $10 million Australian out of the gate here, but it also says Novo will be entitled to a contingent success payment based on the lithium contained in a JORC compliant ore reserve upon completion of a feasibility study. Do you have any insights on how much more money the company could get when the projects get to that feasibility study?
Good question, but unfortunately no. But I think it's a good, kind of upside kicker. SQM will start immediately in the new year assessing the tenements for pegmatites, other lithium-bearing rocks. As I said, it's adjacent to Azura Minerals, which has a huge pegmatite mineralisation there. So if all of that worked well and they ended up doing a feasibility study, the metal of lithium that is comes out of that feasibility study allows Novo shareholders to get a financial benefit. So I think that's a great win down the track should we be successful. And of course, as per the announcement, we don't have to pay any money up until that decision of mine. So SQM are doing all the exploration, managing exploration, doing all the technical and studies work, and it allows Novo shareholders all of that benefit.
So SQM does also have the option within a 12-month period to elect for additional tenements to be added to this joint venture. What can you tell us about the nuance of this aspect of the deal?
Well, we know the 5 tenements that are immediately part of the deal, part of the joint venture. They're very, very attractive. But Novo haven't done a lot of work in terms of lithium potential on those other tenements. And obviously SQM haven't. So we've given them the optionality to do work over the next 12 months. If they like it, those tenements will be brought into the joint venture. So that would mean SQM would have 75% and Novo 25%. So it would just expand that joint venture. So again, it's an opportunity for Novo to have a lithium expert walk across our tenements and really give it a good assessment and see if there's upside value for our shareholders.
Now, as you've mentioned, SQM also has an agreement with Azura Minerals right beside some of these tenements. What other type of agreements, what other type of investments has SQM made in country to show their interest in Australia for lithium?
So they've done other exploration joint ventures, but they also own 50% of Mount Holland, which is a large project. They hold that with Wesfarmers. So they've spent a lot of money in country. They're very serious about trying to establish Western Australia, particularly as a good base in Australia for lithium. And, the Pilbara is known for iron ore, and obviously we're looking for gold, but it has at the northern part of the Pilbara identified huge lithium potential. There's lithium operations by a few companies. So they like the Pilbara, and it's just fantastic that they're joining with us to look for lithium within our tenements.
So since Novo, the company, is free carried until a decision to mine is made, what does that mean? When could a decision to be mine made? What stage would a project need to be at?
Yeah, so normally you would complete a feasibility study. So that timing will depend on drilling results and things like that. But in that feasibility study, we'd all get a good assessment of the economics of the project. There could be some great synergies given the location of these tenements to the Azura tenements. So all of that would be taken into consideration in the feasibility study. And if it looks exciting, Novo has the potential then to have 25% of the operating mine. We then have to contribute our 25% to allow construction and go into operation. Or if for some reason our strategic benefits a bit different, we can elect not to. But great upside and great optionality for everyone. But importantly, we don't have to contribute any money until that end of the feasibility study.
So with this joint venture, SQM will be the manager. What does that mean about what Novo as a company will be able to press release and the insights you have on the work that SQM is planning on doing?
Yeah, so two real important insights here. One is SQM will be keeping us up to date on their work, so if there are material results, we'll be able to update the market. But the other side of this is under the agreement on these 5 tenements and even the option tenements, Novo still has 100% of the exploration rights for a suite of minerals. So they're gold, silver, copper, lead, zinc, and PGs, platinum elements. So whilst SQM will be busy on those tenements looking for lithium in particular, and Novo will be completing its exploration program on those other minerals to see if there's any value for us. So a really good deal in terms of a great focus on lithium, but Novo can still get on and do its core exploration focus on gold and base metals.
Let's talk about the exploration that Novo is doing then, because this deal with SQM, it does bring in that $10 million Australian. Give us an update on what exploration is ongoing, again, at Novo and your projects.
Yeah, good time to do so, given it's the end of the year and we're moving into a new year next year. We'll talk about Victoria first. So Belltopper, the drilling program's commenced and that's ongoing. We're in the middle of the second hole at the moment. There's a 6-hole program at the moment. So people should expect to see in Q1 some results from the first couple holes. And that drilling program will probably continue all the way through to March. In the Pilbara, given the weather conditions, hot, wet, we finished our drilling programs for this year. So that last bit of work we did at Nunyerry, we've released the results of that. We'll really analyse all of those results, and you will see us back drilling in Nunyerry in March or April next year. And we'll also be drilling in Balla Balla. We've completed all of the reconnaissance work, the initial geophysics. We just need to complete agreements with the traditional owners, but we hope to be doing some serious drilling in Balla Balla again, March, April next year. So look out for that program kicking off. So we'll move into 2024. For the first half of the year was that focus on Belltopper, Balla Balla, Nunyerry for drilling, but our geological teams will still be working across all of our other tenements looking for other targets to follow up.
Okay, so all those drill programs, we should have news out as we move through next year. And then this whole lithium side of things, how should investors see Novo Resources right now? Obviously, very much a still gold-focused exploration company, but you have this joint venture with SQM. You also have another joint venture in East Pilbara as well. So look, what should the overall narrative for Catalyst be for this company?
Yeah, so Novo will still maintain and does its core focus on gold exploration. That's where we're going to put our energy. That's where we're going to put our funds into the ground looking for great gold discovery. But where we do find other commodities, in this case we're talking about lithium, but if we were to find copper or other serious commodities and we saw an opportunity to do a deal like we've just done, we would definitely push those forward so we can monetize those mineral potentials for our shareholders. So we'll keep our core focus on gold, but if we do see other minerals, we work out a way to do some good deals and get some money for our shareholders.
So how much money does the company have then to move forward with your own gold exploration?
Well, post this kind of transaction, it'll be roughly around 25 million Australian, I think. We'll finish the year in the bank.
Okay. Well, Mike, thank you very much for this update on this, again, kind of new deal that the company has just signed with SQM, monetizing some of the lithium assets and still keeping that 25% interest until a decision to mine is made. If anybody has any follow-up questions regarding these lithium projects, this joint venture, or any of the gold exploration happening within Novo Resources, please email me, fleck@kereport.com. I'll get Mike to address those, and I will definitely follow up in the new year as we get more results on drilling and maybe some updates on this whole lithium side for the company. Mike, thank you very much for this update here. I hope you have a very happy new year, Merry Christmas, and we'll chat again in 2024.
Thanks very much, Corey. And yes, best wishes over the festive season and the new year for all your listeners.